Hi, I'm Loren Healy, driver of the number 67 Nitto tire buggy, and we just won the 2014 King of the Hammers. The race went really well for us for about 150 miles. We were clipping along, we're the physical race leader, and our day was just going great. And then kind of tragedy struck. I had a jack mount fail on me, and it slid out and clipped a rock and got into the radiator, put a hole in the radiator, melted all the wiring from the back of the car all the way up to the dash and caught the dash on fire. Luckily, we were really close to one of the pits and were able to move the car into the pits, and my crew went to work on it. I thought my day was done. I thought my race was over. There was no coolant in the car, and we had fire under the dash, so I was sure that my race was done. It was just all over. And my crew went to work. I have a phenomenal pit crew, and about 10 or 15 minutes later, we were back moving on course. We kind of had to struggle for the rest of the day. We had to get out and add coolant and keep the car together, but we put about 10 bottles of stop leak inside of it and pinched off all the core tubes, and were able to get it to kind of hold water where the car would cool enough to get through the rest of the course. We got back in front of the couple cars that passed us, and we're back in the physical race lead, and had about 30 miles to go, and I was already counting my chickens before they hatched, I guess so to say, and I broke a U-joint, and we got stuck on a rock and couldn't move, and luckily one of the other competitors that was a lap down pulled me off that rock and hooked up a winch line for me, and I was only winning by a minute. That right there made the difference in winning or losing the race for sure. So we had about 30 more miles left to go with a broken U-joint and three-wheel drive to get through the car. Thank God I have awesome Nitto tires, because they hooked up through those last 3 trails somehow. Typically you can't drive a lot of these trails out here with a broken shaft or a broken U-joint or anything like that, but I made it happen somehow. And then we were coming in through the finish line, had the helicopter just above us a couple miles out on the sand hill, and it happened again. I got stuck on a rock. I couldn't get up a nasty sand hill and had to jump out of the car, winch off of it, and I about killed my poor co-driver. He was out of the car about 15 times during the day. I think somehow we lost probably about an hour throughout the day on the race course, having to fix stuff and change stuff and get back going. But evidently our bad day wasn't quite as bad as everybody else's bad day, because we still came out #1 on top.